Hello guys and welcome back. Okay, currently we are at part 16 of our walkthrough. So in this walkthrough, we'll be making our way onto Deeproot Depths. So to get there, make sure you warp over here at this side of Grace, Ancestral Woods, and we'll head on there. So just follow this direction that I'm going to go. So a bit northeast. So you can see this is the last pillar that we lit a bit earlier. So just make your way behind this, over these trees over here. And if you stay to the right, you'll see a bunch of jellyfish like this one. And if you look down, you can get this loot if you want. You'll see a platform. Carefully drop down. And if you head back here, make sure you get this stone sword key and make your way forward over here at the north. So just follow this path. You can get this if you want to. And then get this grace over here. So once you got this grace, mount on your horse again. And here you will see an opening over there. But as you can see, there's a big gap. But this should be jumpable. So sprint and then make a double jump over here. So once you made a double jump, quickly run over here because there will be an enemy on behind us. Don't worry, you won't be able to see you. Just make sure that when you double jump, keep on running over here. Make a right. Head on over here. Don't mind that enemy over there. Just head on over here. Get this, Golden Rune 6. And make your way onto the boss room. So this boss can be quite a bit challenging if you're a beginner. But I'll leave the rest of you. I'll leave the rest to you, since as you can see we are currently at level 100 now. So this should be fairly easy to you, moderate to easy. So yeah, as you can see, there's the enemy over there. So before entering, you can proceed up to this point. Let's pop up. There will be two enemies here, two gargoyles. So the first one you would have to burst pretty quick, so that the second enemy won't interfere with you fighting the first one. So that's our main goal here. So let's buff. And also before proceeding, don't forget your Mimic Tear. Use the Mimic Tear, two hand, and let's go. So this guy is going to drop down. Make sure you stay as close as possible to him. So your goal is just to hit his legs. Dodge the first couple of attacks. As you can see, we deal a lot of damage, but not that much. And also try to avoid this attack, just go away. So that can cause poison buildup. So yeah, let's continue on hitting this guy. As you can see, there's the second one behind. So yeah, just focus on this guy until he dies. Don't focus on the second one yet. Just finish one up first. There you go, I just keep my distance here, because he's trying to inflict poison on us. I'll also rebuff. Just take your time. Just make sure you focus on the guy with the low health. On this one. There we go. Once we got that, we can focus on this one. As you can see, he was able to inflict poison on me. Dodge that. If he does this again, just go away. Make sure you dodge to the side. Let it pass. As you can see, your Mimic is still alive. We should be good. Get as close as you can. Dodge. And there we have it. So make sure you equip your golden scarab again. And we will move on. So after defeating that, you get their weapons. And also get this grace over here. And we'll rest. So at this point we're done here. We are now going to head to a new area, which is called the Deeproot Depths. So in order to get there, look at this coffin over here, interact with it. There will be a cutscene that you can skip. And here we are in Deeproot Depths. So right over here. So get your first grace. The reason why we're here is because we are going to get a lot of rune arcs here, as well as big golden runes that give you a lot of runes. Before that, I have 67,000 runes, so I can level up. Just use it first to level up before proceeding. Upgrade my dexterity even more. Also go back to my previous talismans. And yeah, before heading on to the here in the west, make sure, sorry, this is completely optional. You don't actually need to do this. Just going to kill this guy just for the weapon. There we go, got our attention. You should familiarize your movesets with these guys. It's pretty easy and it's also pretty delayed, so yeah. Another attack. Yep, I got a bit greedy there. That's okay. Dodge this attack. That attack could be deadly if you didn't dodge it. And there we have it. Was able to pop that. Just dodge this. There we have. You get his weapon. And yeah, let's just rest here. Or not, yeah. Don't have to fight any of the other bosses here yet. Just make your way up this branch. Just follow this branch over here. Quickly make your way. As you can see, there's another branch downward. So we will go over here. Once you reach this point, just jump. Then head on over to this cave over here. So this cave contains a lot of rune arcs and also some big golden runes. So as you can see, that like most likely like a mother ant, I think, that big one. So you need to pop those. Just have to go over it. Don't need to kill the other enemies. Just pop this one. As you can see, it gives you a Numen's rune and also a rune arc. Pop this. 2, 3, and 4. Once you popped all that, head on over here outside, southwest. And get this one if you want. It's an optional incantation. And head on over to this branch. So we will be heading on to the next grace. You can get this too if you want. Smithing stone 4. Carefully drop down. Just stay on this right side. Then when you reach this area, this point, go left. Then kind of head to west till you see a grace, which is right over here. So just get this grace. Also, if you see some NPCs like this in the area, they're mostly just gonna read your palm or everything, just additional lore. So yeah, we will proceed on over here on this side north, and we will be getting the map of this area, Deeproot Depths. Get this loot if you want, and the map is located right over here on this dead body over here. So to get that, we'll proceed on to the west. There will be another grace right over here. Here it is. It's basically surfing through the area. Just get the important graces. After getting this grace, you can rest. After resting, we'll head on up over there. So head on to this direction that I'm taking. Don't mind the enemies. Jump on this roof. Jump on the second roof and then land on this branch. You can get this too. Let's head on up here. You will see quite a bit of a gap here, so just jump this. We are heading towards there. Also, make sure you do that jump that I did over there, because that fire attack might hit you. So yeah, just double jump that so you can cross and then get this grace. So let's rest up to the aggroed enemies and we will proceed inside. So once inside, a boss fight will initiate. It will initiate a bit later once we reach farther away from here. So this is like a boss fight that involves 3 phases. So there will be like spirit enemies that will spawn 3 times. Also, it increases the number of spirit enemies it spawns. So first phase it will spawn 1 spirit enemy, second phase again 1 spirit enemy. On the third phase it will have 3 spirit enemies. So your mimic tier would be super useful on this. So yeah, I'll tell you when to buff. Just keep heading on here. Just ready your buffs. So right around this point should be good. So stop right here, do your buffs. Just take your time. Blood Flame, FP, and Flask. And then head on. Once you see the summon sign on the left, quickly use your summon. As you can see, the boss fight started. Heal up. Also make sure when you use your mimic, make sure you heal up after, so you regain health. So these guys are pretty squishy to you. As you can see, your mimic can even solo him. As you can see there. So that's the first phase. Second phase would be another spirit summon. So let's just rebuff. And yeah, let's try and kill this guy. There we go. Yeah, Mimic's doing a very great job on this. And now this is the last phase, which are 3 spirit summons, which you can burst pretty easily, as you can see. Let's take out this guy first. As you can see, he's a pretty big boy, he's got 2 weapons. So yeah, take that guy out. This one, it's pretty tanky, as you can see from his armor. Which also we can get this for later. Once we've defeated it, so 1 hit. Whoops. There we go, Mimic's the MVP. Don't forget to use your golden scarab for more runes. So after that, I think we can level up again. There'll be a grace, so get this grace. Let's rest up here, and let's level up. So yeah, I still like, at least 20 runes, so I'll just use my extra runes here. Yeah, that's why I told you not to use those runes on the early game that we got, because they're all gonna be pretty useful for later when you're short on runes to level up. So yeah, let's use this to level up our dexterity even further. We're near to 40, so yeah, that's pretty good. After that, this teleporter takes you to Leyndell. So just to show you guys, I'll show you here. This is one option to get to Leyndell. So Deeproot Depths is an option for you to get to Leyndell. But if you remember, let's just finish this one here, so you'll see. So it takes you to this place at here, which is directly inside Leyndell. If you open the map, now you're inside Leyndell. So let's just get the first grease. Don't mind the enemies, they won't aggro you, just keep going. So just head on outside here. If you make a right, you'll see the first grace that you can get on Leyndell. So yeah, this is pretty much the first way to get to Leyndell, through Deeproot Depths. But there's also a second way if you remember. We unlock this grace over here. So if I warp back here, if you remember we did the strategy on like the horse guy, blocking this entrance over here. If you've been following this walkthrough, yep, it's this one. So that was outside Altus over there. We unlocked this grace, but if you remember on the early episodes, this area was locked. This entrance was locked before, but now it's unlocked since we have unlocked many great runes from defeating bosses. So if you enter here, this is the second path towards Leyndell. So take this elevator over here. It will take you to the same location as we teleported before on Deeproot Depths, where it dropped us. So if you go outside here, get this if you want. And as you remember, this is the drop-off point from the teleporting site on Deeproot. So it's basically the same But for me, that's the fastest one, this one. So once you get a couple of great runes, you can go back here and you may enter Leyndell. So the reason why we did Deeproot Depths, as I've said earlier, is because we've got a lot of rune arcs from that, and also if you want to get more great runes, golden runes, you can go back to Deeproot Depths and enter Leyndell through there. So yeah, good thing to note when you want to start New Game Plus, if you want to get more rune arcs, or also want to get more golden runes, you better take the Deeproot Depths path toward Leyndell. So yeah, we aren't going to complete Leyndell yet. Now that we've finished Deeproot Depths, we are going to head on here, Grand Cloister. So this is the last grace that we got from the Lake of Wrath. So yeah, we'll proceed on here and fight the boss. So yeah, currently 15 minutes, still early. We still have time. So let's open the lantern here, drop down, switch to our Morning Star for the B-step. As you can see, there's a gap here. Jump this gap. Drop down from here. Carefully drop down from here. As you can see, there are enemies that saw you. In order to de-aggro them, just stay to this side. Don't worry, they won't chase you. Just keep hugging this wall. Once you reach this point, don't worry about these enemies. Just jump over this gap over here. And let's head on to the coffin. So I skipped that part over there. There's a weapon over there that you can get, but I won't suggest you to get it, because as you can see, there's a lot of enemies. So if you can kill all these enemies, but I wouldn't advise to, since they're pretty annoying. So yeah, so interact with the coffin. This will take you down to Astel, the natural born of the void, which is a boss fight in Elden Ring. It's a pretty cool boss fight. So the first phase starts out where he shoots lasers at you, which you would have to time your dodges. And also once you enter, don't use your summon yet. Just do it what I do here. So from the boss room, let's pop up. Blood Flame, FP, Flask, two-hand, and let's go in. Once you go in, dodge his first attack. He's most often than not gonna do this laser attack. As you can see, I dodged there pretty early. That's okay. Now use your summon. Refill your HP and then get as close to him as fast as possible. So he won't be shooting another one, so that's it. He's gonna shoot another one. That's okay. Just time your dodges over that. When he does this attack, just go away. As you can see, that's a bit of a ranged attack. Big AoEs. Always target the head also. If he does this, that's a gravity attack. Make sure you get away from that. As you can see, our mimic floats in the sky, and when it drops down, it deals damage. I'm gonna try and aim for the head. Right here. Yeah, this boss can be pretty tricky, so yeah, try your best to close in on him. Also, he can do a teleport, so he will disappear and we move on to the next location. Just easily search on the map here. Right here. He's becoming pretty annoying. He's doing these attacks. Stay away from it. There we go. Just keep your distance whenever he does some AoE attacks. Healer, so he's halfway through. As you can see, Mimic is doing a great job in here. That's a grab attack that you should also remember to avoid. A bit more. So once you reach him at least 75%, he'll do this meteor attack. But just dodge to the side, just keep running towards him. Eventually it won't hit you. He might hit you once, but that's no big deal. I'll just rebuff. Then let's move on again. Almost done. One hit. There we go. Make sure you use your golden scarab for more runes. And yeah. After that, you can use also his remembrance for additional runes. The one he gives from Enya doesn't really matter on our build, so yeah, better use that for additional runes to level up. So I'll just go back to my original talismans and let's proceed to disgrace here. As you can see, there is a lock passageway over here. So in order to unlock that, I will show you. Let's just rest over here real quick. And yeah, let's level up first. So yeah, increase our dexterity even further. Yeah, I might use some runes. I have 59,000. We require at least 68,000. So yeah, might as well some runes here to level up. So we need at least... yeah, I'll use the 10,000 one. Yeah, let's just use this to level up. Bumping our dexterity even more. So in order to unlock this area, you would need to go back to Renala, right over here. So warp to Disgrace, Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. Forgot to show you this chest that's locked here, but here you will see. So if you look at the Renala and go to your left, you will see there will be a chest here. On the early game, you can't unlock this because Ranni hasn't given you the key. If you remember when we went to before we went to Lake of Wrath, we fought that invader, and once defeating it, it'll give you a key. So the key would be used to unlock this chest over here. So unlock this, get the Dark Moon Ring, and return back here to the Astel Grace. And the passageway would be unlocked. So this would take you to Moonlight Altar, which is also pretty important since we are going to get another strong spirit summon in there and also complete Ranni's questline. So yeah, good episode to end with. Also, we will be getting a new drip for our character on this episode. So yep, take this elevator up. Let's open my lantern to see a bit clearer. Let's quickly check the time. Yeah, time 2 minutes, still early. I think we can still complete Moonlight Altar at this point. Yeah. We can end on completing Moonlight Altar, so just head on outside here. Once you're here, you will see your first grace in Moonlight Altar. So if you look at the map here, basically Moonlight Altar is the one below Liurnia, as you can see here. So this basically is Moonlight Altar right here. You can't access this in the early game. The only way for you to access this area is by defeating Astel like we did. So yeah, good thing to note there. So once you got the grace, head on over this direction over here, sort of north. As you can see, there's a ruin over here. So jump on these rocks, get this loot over here, Golden 9 and also a Rune Arc. Head on over to where I'm going right now, a bit northeast. Here you will see a pathway. This is hidden, so make sure you roll here. As you can see, there's a hidden pathway down. And a chest which contains a somber smithing stone, so better get that too. Once you got that, head on over outside, make a right, and then make a left, I think. No. So from here, once you go outside, make a left here. So this is the left side, and then head on over to this church over here. So on this part, we will be ending Ranni's questline. So this should serve as the end of Ranni's questline, in which we will get a lovely weapon, which is the Dark Moon Greatsword. It's a pretty OP weapon, personally. I've tested it so many times. Which is also an intelligence-based weapon. So yeah, for intelligence build, I suggest you use that. So it's pretty strong. It has been nerfed, but still, I find it pretty strong. So get this grace, and if you look down below here, you'll see a pathway below, a platform that you can drop. So carefully drop down. Make sure you drop one by one. Don't drop straight through here, or potentially you may die. So just continue along this path, It's gonna be linear, don't worry. So yeah, let's continue on. Then here you have our Ranni doll. So just interact with it, cutscene will play. And then when you wait for a second, Ranni will spawn. It should be the end of our questline.
So perhaps I go now. I bid thee, and one soul.
After that, she will disappear, and if you wait a bit, there will be an item that's gonna spawn right over here. Pick that up. That is the Dark Moon Greatsword. If you take a look at it, as you can see here, it scales primarily with intelligence, C scaling, but if you upgrade it further, it's gonna go up even further. So yeah, pretty good for intelligence builds. So after getting that, you basically completed Ranni's questline. So before we proceed any further on Moonlight Altar, let's go back to Ranni's Rise over here. Get ourselves a new drip. So for this part, we will be killing Blade, which is the Wolfman, and we will get his full set. So yeah, I will be using his armor. Yeah, only his armor. So yeah, we can replace this Raptor's black feathers. So just carefully make your way down. You will see at the bottom there's a dialogue that's happening. So before going outside, make sure you're buff. Try your best to burst this guy real quick because he can be pretty tricky. Moves a lot. Blood Flame, FP, and Flask. So lock onto him. You can crouch so he won't notice you and do your Ash of War. Basically, he has the same moveset as the Baleful Shadow we have countered in Lake of Wrath. Dodge, he gets a bit tricky. As you can see, he can deal a lot of damage too, and he can do this attack, which is an AoE attack. Just gonna keep my distance here. There we go. Also, you can bait that attack, like I've said. But yeah, now he does a follow-up. And there we have it. So once you defeat him, you'll get his full armor set. You can also wear the wolf mask too if you want, but I would suggest you wear always the white mask since we're maximizing our bleed damage. Because every time we proc bleed, our attack increases, so that's the effect of the white mask. For now, I'll just use his cool armor, but this is most likely just a personal preference. So yeah, use whatever you want. So after that, we'll continue on Moonlight Altar. After that, just quickly check the time. 28 minutes, yep. So yeah, let's just finish the Moonlight Altar first, so that on the next episode we'll proceed to Leyndell. So after that, head on over to this direction, sort of southwest. Drop down from here. You see there will be a dragon here, don't mind him. Just look for this point over here. This one, this exact same point over here, because you will need to drop down there. You see the rocks on the bottom, so just jump. I think we're dying here, yeah. You should be dropping at that point on the very topmost part, so maybe make your jump a bit earlier. Now we lost our rune arc, but that's okay. We won't be using it yet, so that in case we die again here, we don't waste any more rune arcs. So yeah, let's just reserve it. Don't worry, it takes a couple of practice or tries to get that jump. Or if you don't want to make this jump, I'll show you another way here. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that way. So let's get this. Recover your runes. Just quickly head on. There will be a downward pass over here that we can head on. Let's just surf through this edge. There we go. It's pretty far away, but yeah, that's the fastest way. You jump on that pillar over there. So we'll make our way here, right there. So let's drop down and head on here to the left. That if you just don't want to make that risky jump, I suggest you just use this route over here. So just keep heading down. you'll see there will be 3 pillars over here that we can loot. So go for this first pillar, don't mind that red wolf. Just try your best to get this as fast as you can. These are smithing stones that we can use. Get that too. Get this. I got unmounted, but that's okay. Just keep rolling if you get staggered like that. After that, you can see he's stuck. So yeah, head on over to this direction. We'll continue our way downward. We'll just continue through here. Eventually you will see a tower in the distance, right over there. And below that is a grease, so yeah, make sure you look at your jumping point. That's a bit high. Let's see if we can get a lower vantage point. Yeah, I think this is pretty high still. Oh yeah, there's a side path over here. Yeah, I haven't gotten any lower, so we'll get this low here. And continue along. Just go down until you reach that tower over there. There will be a grace below. So yeah. And here we have it. So get this grace. So I won't use a rune arc yet since we are going to fight a boss here, which is Black Knife Tiche. So upon defeating him, you get this summon, which is a pretty strong summon, which basically deals death damage to enemies. So that will be our secondary summon to use, but our main summon would be Mimic Tear Ashes. So let's head on over there. As you can see, I'm not going to complete this tower over here. It only gives you a sorcery, like I think Ranni's Dark Moon. Yep, it's located in here. So for mage builds, yeah, in the future I might do a mage build, so yeah, stay tuned for that. But for now, let's just focus on this build that we're doing. So head on up here, we are going to head to an Everjail to defeat the Black Knife. So this is basically the path that we took. Just keep heading straight over here. Also, this Everjail does not involve a stone sword key, so don't worry about that. Yeah, like I've said, some Everjails require stone sword keys, some do not, so this one does not. Just keep heading on here north. This is basically the end of Moonlight Altar, and after that, on the next episode, we will be going to the Leyndell, capital of Ash. So once here, if you look to the left, on the west side, you will see here an Everjail. So quick tip, don't use your Rune Arc yet, because what we are about to do here is a strategy that I've seen. So this boss is super tricky to battle. He's super he goes all over the place. Yeah, he's super clumsy, goes all over the place, so it's pretty annoying. So in order to do the strategy, first enter the Everjail. Use Flame Grant Strength. Use all your buffs before fighting him. So Blood Flame, FP, Flask, 2 hand. So do this exact same thing that I'm going to do. Once you see him spawn, go right at this specific rock over here. Maybe swerve to the left. As you can see, he's stuck in this side. So this could take you a couple of tries to make him stuck on this side. As you can see, he's only walking to you, but yeah, I can block his pathway over here. And you can hit it a couple of times. This is basically a cheese for this boss. So if you see him staggered, do not do a critical hit, because he might escape from this position. Instead, just use your Ash of War on him. Keep spamming your Ash of War. If you see him staggered, just pause for a second and do your attacks again. This is the easiest way to defeat this guy. And also he gives you a lot of runes. So yeah, once you defeat it, do not forget to equip your golden scarab. You can get at least roughly at least 100,000 in here, I think. Yeah, so 96,000. It's pretty big. But do not use it for leveling yet, because we will max this out immediately. So once you defeat him, you'll get the spirit summon. If you look into here, Black Knife Tiche, super strong spirit summon. So this would be this would serve as our secondary spirit summon. After that, warp back to Round Table Hold, and we are going to upgrade this. But before you upgrade this, if you notice, if you look at your bolstering materials, if you look below, so we have 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4. You should have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th. So in order to get the 4th one, go to Twin Maiden Husks. If you've been following this walkthrough, you should have the same amount of items as I have. Just go back to my original talismans. From here, yeah, let's just use a Rune Arc. Talk to the Twin Maiden Husk. Offer all the bell bearings that you have. You should have the same bell bearings as I have. Go to purchase, and we will purchase the 4th Ghost Glovewort. So Ghost Glovewort number 4, purchase one of that. Let's go to Roderica to max our Black Knife Tiche. Basically at this point you should be established. So yeah, you're super strong right now, having to have all these items. So yeah. Oh sorry, this is the blacksmith. Let's go to Roderica for a spirit summon. So yep, first Black Knife Tiche right here. So make sure you upgrade this, not the other one. So yeah, let's proceed to maxing this out to 10. Also for the Ghost Glovewort, you only need 1 for each level. So yeah, we have Black Knife Tiche plus 10 and also Mimic Tear Ashes plus 10, which made our character super strong at this point. Let's check here. Yeah, we can't upgrade our weapon yet even further. Once we reach the mountaintops, we would be able to try and max this weapon out. So yeah, as you can see, as of now, we still deal a lot of damage because, as I've told you earlier, plus 17 is a good stopping point for mid-game. So yeah, we're basically complete. We are on to Leyndell now, so warp here, East Capital Rampart. And from here, we will continue on to the next episode, so just check the map real quick. See if I miss anything or if I may add something, but yeah, it looks good. We can proceed to the complete Leyndell on the next episode. So yeah, we'll be stopping here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please consider leaving a like and also subscribe for more Elden Ring walkthroughs like this. Yeah, I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching.